evening. Thank you, Lloydminster. Thank you, Dave. So I get involved in my community and the Canadian community, things I do, and you cannot have great places without thoughtful, community-minded people. So it's like you that we do. Okay, I'll talk a little bit. I just want to say that it's people like you that really make a difference in the community, that make a community not just good, but great and excellent. So I commend you for 20 years of service. That's a huge contribution, obviously time away from family and the rest of it. So I think it's really great. It's a great role model. So I'm coming here wearing a few different hats. I am an urban planner at Stantec. In addition to being an urban planner at Stantec, I am chair of the Downtown Vibrancy Task Force for Edmonton, and that's a group that we put together. I worked on the downtown plan, and when we put together the downtown plan, a lot of plans, surprisingly as a planner, I'm going to say that the majority of the plans that we do fail as a profession, and they fail because it's better to have an average plan that's brilliantly implemented than to have a brilliant plan that wins all kinds of accolades and awards and is rarely, if at all, implemented. And so one of the things when we did the downtown plan for Edmonton, we said this cannot lose this momentum that we've created. We've kind of raised the expectations in the community. We cannot see this through if we don't get together a group of civic leaders who's going to own the downtown plan, speak in front of City Hall to say, get it done, implement this, work with the business community, work with the arts community and any other important stakeholders to see the downtown plan through to implementation. And we thought that that was really important. So I share that, and I'm also involved with the Winter City Strategy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've done with the Winter City Strategy in Edmonton. I've also taken some of those ideas when I did the Saskatoon City Center plan last year. We baked a lot of those ideas and then took it and adapted it for Saskatoon. There's some lessons learned for the big city in between. There's also Byrne business hat. I chair for 2014. I'm the chair of our Edmonton Chamber of Commerce. So the reason I'm saying that is I'm very, maybe not a typical planner in the sense that I'm uber pro-business, but in the sense that I really see that planners, we work with people, stakeholders, community, politicians on coming up with the vision, coming up with the ideas, but at the end of the day, it is usually the businesses that implement most plans that we do. It's the people that own the land, the developers, the builders. It's the merchants that want to invest in a downtown or invest in an area. And so at the end of the day, I really feel when it comes to implementation, it is really the business community that really steps up and kind of does that. But it has to be done in tandem with the community and the political environment that you're in. But it's really critical that the business community be involved from the get-go when coming up with a big vision, when coming up with a plan, because at the end of the day, it's going to be those folks who are usually and largely responsible for the implementation. So when we do see the failure plans, it's often because the business community hasn't bought in them. They don't own the plan. They don't want to step in and become the stewards of the implementation of the plan. So we felt it was very important when we did the downtown plan for Edmonton that we knew it would fail to be implemented if we didn't have broad-based support from the business community, not just those that are members of the Downtown Business Association, but a cross-section of people in the region, because we really feel, and I wholeheartedly subscribe to the mantra that as goes the downtown, so goes the city. Because the downtown, whether it means to or not, becomes the emblem, becomes the symbol of the city. It is the brand of the city. So if you have a vibrant, successful downtown, it disproportionately influences how people see it externally, whether they're travelers and visitors, or people that live there, where they take great sense of pride in their community. So the health of the downtown disproportionately influences how we see the health of the community. And so I saw it very much as downtowns are very much linked to economic development, that if you can get a great downtown, it also helps in terms of the attraction, retention of labor. And wearing my Chamber of Commerce hat, I get in front of politicians at the provincial level and at the federal level, and the relentless comment that we make above all else is we need to do way more on the immigration front and on training, because labor is the single biggest issue for business across the West, at least. It is absolutely critical in Alberta and Saskatchewan. It is the single biggest thing holding back our communities from achieving our greatest economic potential. And so it's really critical that we get more people, and we cannot, so in terms of labor, we've got an environment where every community right now is begging for people. Red Deer is begging for people, Fort McMurray is begging for people, Saskatoon, China, and certainly Lloydminster is begging for people. We will not be able to achieve the growth that we can achieve and the potential we do have if we're not able to retain more of the young people that are growing up here, and also retain those that have come here, that they don't become transient, but rather they put down roots in this community, they become part of the community, and hopefully one day step up the way Dave has and become someone who really adds a whole layer to the social and community fabric of Lloydminster. So it's really critical that we think about what are going to be the ingredients that are going to want to make them stay in Lloydminster, invest in Lloydminster, and become active participants in the community. So with that as a bit of preface, I'll get it going.